Oh no! Just then, Peter's superpowers failed, his fuzzy blade disappeared, he fell into a gutter, and his glasses zoomed back to 1,000 degrees of blur. Now he feels like the high-altitude falling champion on a skyscraper. What happened? Since facing the Green Goblin, Peter has been juggling crime fighting with delivering take-up to make ends meet. Chaos just seems to follow him around, turning him into the king of misunderstandings. Meanwhile, his goddess Mary has become a queen of the makeup pyramid. Peter has been delivering takeout like a robot for months, only to be booted out by the boss without pay. Down on his luck, Peter trudged over to the newspaper office hoping for a miracle, only to end up as the star of a His buddy Harry, on the other hand, inherited a super business from his dad, but now he can't even pay rent, and his grades are plunging. Talk about a hero's heartbreak. It's a tough world out there, so Peter just grits his teeth and decides to muster up the courage to see Mary's play. But on the way, he's confronted by a robber guess he's putting the Spider-Man suit back on for round 2. He vowed to snag that gun right back and ended up wrapping the robbers around a streetlight. But when he reached the theatre, it was time for the rejected hero. He was stuck outside, and as he tried to explain to Mary, he caught sight of her and her new boyfriend dropping a load of relationship glitter. Maybe superheroes are destined for solitude, so Peter left, thinking Spider-Man might bring calm. Peter tracked down criminals based on police sirens, but heartbreak left him unable to shoot webs in midair. He just plummeted to the ground. His wrist couldn't shoot webs anymore. As a legendary Spider-Man, he had to take the elevator down like an ordinary Joe. Meanwhile, Harry introduced Peter to Dr. Otto, working on a nuclear fusion experiment that could benefit humanity. The overly excited doctor invited Peter to the press conference like he was about to unveil an energy treasure. To tackle high temperatures and magnetic forces, the doctor invented 4 mechanical arms, like an industrial processor ready for battle. He stood on the platform, strapped into a self-locking bell, then the mechanical spine fitted snugly into place. Just looking at it made me wince. Steel needles jabbed his nerves, making Onoku sweat. The doctor controlled movements by willpower. To keep those mechanical arms from taking over, he installed a tiny chip. But wouldn't you know it, he kicked off a laser show. A few beams of laser began to zap the element in his hands, triggering an unexpected surprise during the experiment. The energy ball pulls in metals, shattering the shield into sparks, as everyone fled for their lives. For fairness, the doctor didn't power down. Spider-Man saved Harry from being smashed in time. Peter tried to pull the power cord, but the arm swatted him away. Doors, windows flew to the energy ball, shattering glass everywhere. Meanwhile, a chip on the doctor was burnt. Luckily, Spider-Man unplugged power just in time. The experiment was halted, averting disaster. The doctor was hospitalized, but 4 arms caused chaos. The doctor decided to amputate the arms, but as soon as the chainsaw roared to life, it turned into a 4-armed horror movie. The 4 arms came back to life instantly and blasted the doctor into the air, turning the place into a scene out of a medical escape. The mechanical arms removed the blindfold, letting the doctor escape. A car sped towards him. Robotic arms tossed him aside. The doctor found an old fishing boat. Wife gone, experiment failed. He's now a mechanical monster his new look. He thought about throwing in the towel, but without that one chip, the mechanical arms started messing with his mind. So he decided to reboot the experiment, thinking it'd be as easy as grabbing a bag of gold coins. He casually tossed a bag of coins that nearly landed on Aunt May and Peter in the bank. Peter took off like a superhero with no wings. Just as the doctor was about to make his getaway with the loot, Peter showed up in his Spider-Man getup. The doctor threw bags of coins at Peter, but Spider-Man skillfully dodged using his web-swinging skills. However, his powers decided to take another vacation, and he got knocked over by the coins. The doctor seized him, ready to apply some pressure. Peter quickly shot a web to grab a table and flung it at the doctor, smashing him out of the bank. Just then, the cops arrived, but the doctor grabbed Aunt May with his mechanical arms, climbing up the building to make his grand escape. Out of nowhere, the doctor tossed Aunt May off the roof, and she plummeted from above. Spider-Man swung into action, shooting webbing to catch her. Aunt May managed to hang onto a statue with her umbrella while the doctor fought Spider-Man, but all Peter cared about was keeping May safe. The mechanical arms flung Spider-Man into the adjacent building. The doctor grabbed Aunt May again, knowing Peter would come to save her, and his arm prepared for a sneak attack. No one saw this coming. Aunt May whacked the doctor with her umbrella, and just like that, she was back in the game. Spider-Man jumped down and caught her. Aunt May landed safely, but that caught the doctor's attention, and he took the chance to bolt. Moments later, Peter arrived at Mary's engagement party, and a drunken Harry mistook him for Spider-Man's buddy and slapped him. What? He is Spider-Man. He switched into his suit and swung through the streets, only for his powers to bail. Peter landed hard, feeling like he had plunged into a superpower black hole. Frustrated, he consulted a doctor who bluntly told him, "It's a mental issue, buddy. Maybe it's time to let go of that identity." Back home, Peter mulled over his uncle's wise words all night long. With great power comes great responsibility, but all those responsibilities made Peter's life a mess. Suddenly it all clicked. He tossed aside the spider suit and resolved to live the ordinary guy life. He started showing up to class on time, and his grades skyrocketed. When he saw cops chasing crooks, he just calmly munched on his bread like it was the most normal thing in the world.